Whatever your hands find to do, do it with all your might.
Welcome to Real Nursing.
I'm Crystal.
And I'm Azuri.
And this is where we empower nurses today.
For nursing tomorrow.
Today we'll be talking about burnout, how nurses can manage burnout at work and at home.
Crystal, soon come.
Ma'am, I've noticed that since the last time you have been here, you have gained 20 pounds. You have to remember that you're a wife, soon to be a mother, and based on the diet plan that we talked about, you have not been following it. You have to cut down on the burgers, the chicken and the fries, and the sodas that you have been having. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I'm here to pick up my order, a large chicken and fries, large soda, large nuggets and fries, please. Can you put extra mayo and ketchup in the bag for me, please?
Sure. We already had packed it. You had called in and made your order. Here you go.
All right, thank you.
Have a good day.
All right.
Bye.
Hi, hon. Yeah. Pick up the kids from school for me now, please. No, man, I soon finish. I'm going to put on dinner right now. Alright. Love you. Bye.
Hi, welcome back. So we're talking about burnout. So what is burnout? Burnout is basically defined as excessive mental, physical, or emotional exhaustion on one's body. So we want to talk about the things that nurses go through or the things that lead to burnout. What do you think, Azuri?
Well, the thing is that with nurses, we play several roles. We play roles at the hospital, our roles and responsibilities that are covered there in terms of our duties.
Right.
And then when we get back home, we have our roles and our responsibilities to play as well.
Right.
Even if you're married, you know, you have children, you have a husband, and you have your general day-to-day duties. And even if you're not married, you still have your life to live, and those require your time and your commitment. So we're going straight into what can lead to burnout. One of the things that will always lead to burnout is your failure to plan. It might seem like a simple thing, but you know, with the nursing process, there's always assessment and diagnosis and your interventions and your evaluation.
Right.
Those are planning.
And a very important part after the assessment is actually writing down your goals or your objectives or your aim, what you want to accomplish for the day. So even though, yes, we kind of have that at work, but when it comes to our home life, we don't necessarily write the things or journal the things that we have to get done. So we find that when you write down or plan what you have to do at home, it makes it easy, and you kind of follow, you get into that routine, and it's just you get to group your activities that you can accomplish together, so that there's not much physical exhaustion on the body, and where you have accomplished something in a particular area, you don't have to stop and be going back, and you're not here, there, and everywhere. So we kind of have it together when it comes to work, because we have our scope defined for us. We have the nursing process, but let's just apply that nursing process to everything else outside of nursing, so we can apply it to our home life and to basically everything else. And anything else that we have to do, we can apply that process to kind of decrease the exhaustion on the body.
And always remember, in nursing school, we're taught leadership and management, and management is about managing your life and managing other people and managing things around you. So once you put that into perspective, you realize that you'll have an easier flow, not just at work but also at home. And
you find that you don't do everything at once. Sometimes as nursing, we adapt that culture that we have to do everything at once, because at work you're not just a nurse, you're everybody. You're advocate, you're a social worker, you're a teacher, you are a priest sometimes, you know, even you're a family member, and so your role as a nurse incorporates everything. But we want to let you know that you don't have to do everything at once. Take time to accomplish different activities at different
so times. Let's just list them. So we want to plan your activities both at home and at work. And secondly, we'll move straight into healthy eating.
Right, absolutely.
So when it comes to eating now, sometimes you're rushing. and you have to rush to eat. Sometimes you're
Right.
rushing to work, sometimes you don't eat anything, and sometimes you're just snacking throughout the day. Those are unhealthy eating practices. And when you're not taking care of your body's going to react to the situation. So if you're not eating healthy, it's
Right.
going to affect your work and your physical well-being.
And it all comes back to planning. You have to even plan your meals.
Yes, plan your
And
meals.
pre-package and pre-prepare. So from the night before, you plan your lunch, you put together your lunch and what you want to have, so that when you get to work, even though you're in a rush, you're still putting healthy things in your body, instead of burning out yourselves in work and then getting the wrong food
Yes.
in a wrong amount of dosage or amount of food, and you're not getting the nutrients that your
you
body
need.
needs, right? So
Okay, so the third point we also want to mention is inadequate rest. Sometimes you're only grabbing 3 hours out
Of
of
sleep,
24
yes.
hours, and that is going to break down the body. So you want to ensure that the rest time is something that you incorporate at least 6 hours, 8 to 6 hours.
yes,
6 to 8 hours of sleep is required. And even now they're recommending that you take a 20 minutes and just rest your head for a second, close your eyes,
right.
and just
Meditate.
relax. Yeah, just relax
Even
your
right
mind.
where you are at work, you can take a few seconds, a minute, to just close your eyes and think of something, think of a beautiful scenery, and just rest.
The last point is exercise. Exercise is important. Here we encourage you at least 30 minutes 3 times a week, even if it's just walking, going up the stairs, up and down, even at home. Exercise is important because it releases those good hormones that are in your body, and it helps with circulation, and it's a healthy way of living.
And one thing to mention though, Azuri, as nurses, it is very important that we promote all these to our clients, to our patients, but do we apply what we're saying to ourselves?
Yes.
And that is really important. We don't necessarily take the time. So we know the right thing and we preach it to our clients, because we're so, as nurses, I don't know, nursing have a culture of you want your patients to be well. We want them to gain back their autonomy, but sometimes we don't apply the things that we preach to ourselves.
Yes.
And even I myself is guilty of that. You want your patient to eat well, you want them to rest, you want them to be rehabilitated so that they can go back to their lives, but we don't necessarily find that we apply those principles to ourselves. And I know that you said exercise was the last point, but even stress management, that just came to me. Stress, managing our stress, because you have good and bad stress.
Yes.
So stress management is very important, and I guess with another video we will talk about how nurses can manage stress.
Okay, so in closing, we just like to say your health is your responsibility.
And your health is also your wealth. Thank you so much for watching Real Nurse. This is where we empower nurses today
for nursing tomorrow.
Remember to like, to comment, and to subscribe, to share. Thank you so much to those who have subscribed already, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.